Seems to be a slight misunderstanding, my friend. At this table, you are the challenger. Because unlike the house, the gambler knows exactly what they want. You see?
Yo, I just want to make one thing really clear. This is not my Aventurine. Once he's out on NA, I'll go for his E0, and you'll definitely see some main DPS showcases with him. But I had the chance to try him out at E6, cooked up this kind of a hypercarry comp, and you might be wondering why I brought March. She's probably not the best in slot here, but I like having her since she procs Aventurine's A6 trace more than any other character. Gives him extra taunt from her shield as well, which just lets him follow-up attack even more. And if you weren't aware of what his E4 does, aside from the 40% def increase, it lets his follow-up attack bounce for 10 times instead of 7, so it's just really satisfying to see it happen more often. As per usual though, unless you can afford to do so and you really like him, please do not go for his E6. Sounds pretty obvious, but I think it's still pretty important for me to mention. He's perfectly fine at E0, but I thought it'd be fun to show him off for those of you who are curious. His E6 basically reads gain 150% damage bonus, which is just as crazy as it sounds. Thing is, E6 or not, his hypercarry teams will look the exact same, but obviously the numbers will be different. I didn't get a chance to try him out in Memory of Chaos 12 at E6, so Kafka's the next best thing in Mach 6, our favorite place to showcase new characters. Too bad this fight is pretty much over. But I got one last fight for you versus Yanqing in Golden Gears, which is really just to show what he can do in Swarm as well. Did I say Swarm? Let's talk about something else. So I did get to try Aventurine out at E0, and I'll say this, his defensive function doesn't change a whole lot. Yeah, he gets another skill level shield from using his ult at E1, 40% more def at E4, and the level increases, but it still felt just as comfy. You might need to press skill here and there, but overall, even with free-to-play weapons, as long as you build them with a defense body, orb, and rope, you'll be fine. Speed boots is a must though, especially for resetting his A6 trigger quota in follow-up attack teams. I guess I'll share some of my initial thoughts on him as a character. Of course, if you're in dire need of sustain, because the new Memory of Chaos hits so hard, he's definitely one of the ones to go for. That sounds like I'm making the one of the sustains of all time. No, he's actually really good. I'd say he's about as comfy as Fu Xuan. It really depends on the fight, right? But I'll always say damage mitigation is more important or more efficient than reactive measures like healing. But that's just me. I think he's really fun to use, and just having a sustain that can do damage is pretty valuable. Not that it is needed, but it's definitely an asset that no other sustain right now can really fulfill. You can build crit Fu Xuan, crit Luocha, but you're going to be sacrificing a lot of survivability from doing that. Don't get me wrong, you still want to prioritize defensive utility on Aventurine first, but once you've reached those targets, the option is always there to go for more damage. And yeah, having an E6 showcase in the background isn't really indicative of what he's capable of, but it's still fun. Anyway, this is going to mark the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. Good luck with your pulls, and I will see you next time.